Hello, and welcome to another presentation on transitions. This one's a special type of transition. It is leading into quotes, the transition of beginning a quote, okay? So why do we need transitions before quotes? I don't know, just put the quote in, right? Well, we need to signal to the audience that a quote is coming so they aren't surprised. We need to make it clear the source of the quote, we need to make it clear the source of the quote. And we need to give some context and reasons for why we are including the quote. Okay. That can help us make clear why we're giving a quote. I'll put this in your head, and I know it's very far down the road, but college professors hate it when you just drop quotes in. No explanation of why you're including them, who said them, where they came from, just like quote, right? Feels a little bit like somebody just kind of slaps you in the face with a quote. So you need to lead into a quote. So here are some sentence starters to lead into a quote. According to, and then you say the author's name, and then you put the quote. According to the article, title of the article, author said, according to the article, blank, and then the quote. Sorry, that should have a little quote thing there. In the article, blank, so-and-so said. This could be an expert that was quoted in the article, or it could be the author, depending on who you're quoting. Sometimes your article, your research source may have had a physicist saying something. So you might say, in the article, The Age of the Planet, physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson said. In the article blank, in the New York Times, the New Yorker, whatever the name of the website is, so-and-so said. So-and-so in his or her article, that might be the article or newspaper title, said. Person in the job title said, Neil deGrasse Tyson, physicist, the physicist said, or the physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson said. Okay. These are great sentence starters. I put in some ones that were me. I pretended I wrote an article in a magazine called Teacher Magazine, and the title of the article was 7th grade Humanities is a Great Class. And here are some ways I filled that in. According to Miss Griswold. According to the article Humanities is a Great Class, Miss Griswold said. According to the article, Humanities is a great class, then my quote. In the article, Humanities is a great class, Miss Griswold said. In the article, Humanities is a great class in Teacher Magazine, Miss Griswold said. Miss Griswold in her article in Teacher Magazine said. Miss Griswold, the 7th grade humanities teacher, said. 7th grade humanities teacher, Miss Griswold said. Pick one. Pick anyone. Have fun. So here's an example from a paragraph where I just plop the quote in. From the beginning, roller skating has been a welcoming, fun sport for all, regardless of social classes and race. Roller skaters, I'm going to edit this really quick, regardless of social classes was weird. Okay. You know what? You're looking behind the curtain. I'm not perfect. I'm going to correct as I go. Okay. From the beginning, roller skating has been a welcoming, fun sport for all, regardless of social class and race. Roller skaters are united in their love of skating. It is interesting, quote, it is interesting to see how democratic English people can be when they are victims of a fad. At these rinks, grand ladies and shop girls are all on the same level, both socially and physically, as they glide around. You can't tell them apart. Okay. Notice I just dropped a quote. When did that quote come from? Who said that? London? It sounds a little funny, that quote. When was that written? All right, now let me show you how I led into it. From the beginning, roller skating has been a welcoming, fun sport for all, regardless of social class and race. Let's make that social class, not social classes. Sounds a little more smooth. Okay. Social class and race. Roller skaters are united in their love of skating. In the 1909 article, the title of the article is, London Society is Seized with Roller Skating Mania, Palco Courage remarked, it is interesting to see how democratic English people can be when they are victims of a fad. At these rinks, grand ladies and shop girls are all on the same level, both socially and physically, as they glide around. You can't tell them apart. And now I'm following up the quote with kind of explaining why I used it. The author is clearly shocked by the mixing of grand ladies and shop girls, but this is exactly what makes skating so special. It breaks down barriers and unites. Okay, so then I explained why I included it. So I said that from the beginning, roller skating has been welcoming and fun for everybody, regardless of their social class, right? Grand ladies or girls who work in a shop. And then I gave you a quote to prove that from 1909, because remember I said from the beginning, I'm talking about the history of skating, okay? And then I'm showing evidence of this from the past in an article. I'm giving it clear where the article came from, that it's about London, that it comes from 1909, and then I'm explaining how this is a bringing together of two levels of the social ladder. Okay. So I'm going to put this. This is here in the slides, the transitions. I'm going to try to put these in a couple different places for you to use. But this is a great resource for you to use. Think of, wait, how do I lead into a quote? You pick in the fill in the blank and you fill in the blanks. Not super hard. All right. Thanks for watching this video on transitions into quotes.